Hey, third graders, ready for math? Yes, you are. So you're going to go to page 149 for math. Page 149. Say Master Miss Severa when you're there. I hear every single one of you, all five of you. And maybe some people are just watching because they feel like watching a math lesson today. I don't know. Hello, strangers out there on the internet. Hello, YouTubers. All right, so we're on page 149 in math. We're going to learn about the liter. Now, I don't know if any of you bake or have baked before, but sometimes you can use something called a liter cup. All right, it's used for measuring, and we use liters to mostly measure liquids. A liter is a little more than a quart. So if I drew the kingdom of gallon like this, okay, it's going to be a little more than a quart, so I can predict it might be like this big, okay? But not like bigger than a gallon. No, 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 no. It's a little more than a quart. Okay. And it is also, if you can say one liter is 100 centiliters. Centi, if you don't remember, means 100. So number one says mark under the units of capacity. Capacity means how much you can hold. How much you can hold. If you want to write that down, you can. How much you can hold. That's what capacity means. Oops, I'm not crossing it out. So, can I hold a year? I cannot. I can't put it in a cup. I can't put it in a bowl. So I cannot mark year. A cup I can hold like water in it. So I'm gonna bubble that in. A quart, yes, I can hold water in a quart. A foot, I can hold a foot, but like that doesn't make sense. I usually use foot or feet when I am measuring length, like how long something is. A liter, yes, I can hold. And a pint, yeah, I can hold a pint. Okay. So again, when you are measuring liters, cups, quart, or pints, it's like how much you can hold like liquid wise, like how much pint of milk should I drink before I go to bed, or um, how many cups of milk do I need for this cake recipe? All right. So now for number two, we are going to put them in order from least to greatest. So that's smallest to biggest. So taking a look at 2A, let's focus on 2A. We've got pint, liter, cup, and quart. So which is the smallest one here? I believe it's a cup, right? Because if I draw the kingdom of gallon again, okay, quart, 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 and then we've got the pint. But then the pint has little crowns, right? So cup, we've got the smallest, and then pint, and then quart, remember, quarts, and then remember now we've got liter, which is a little bigger than a quart. Okay, just a little. I'm not sure how much bigger, but it says a little. Letter B. Okay, now remember you can always pause the video in case I'm going too fast. Letter B. So I've got ton, pound, and ounce. Well, the smallest one here is an ounce. Whenever I see the word ounce, I think of babies because when they're born, we measure them in ounces since they're very tiny. They barely weigh like a certain number of pounds. Like my friend who had the baby weeks ago, remember we prayed for her? Her baby weighed about 8 pounds. That's very small because, he was born early. And then we've got pound and then ton. Ton is the biggest one. Think of an elephant. That's a ton. Or think of those semi trucks on the freeway. Whenever you go on a road trip, you see those huge trucks. Those are tons. And then, so here, this measured like liquid capacity, like how much you can hold, like liquid wise, like water, milk, apple juice, icy, or the things that you like to drink at lunch. Icy, okay? This measured like heaviness. And then this last one is going to measure length, like how long something is. So what's the smallest measure here? I hope you said it's a centimeter. That's the smallest measure. If you have your rulers at home, you can tell, take out your rulers, like a centimeter is smaller than an inch. So inch would be next. And then a foot, then a yard, then a meter. A meter is a little bigger than a yard. and then a mile. I once asked Mr. Weldon if there was a meter stick, like something called a meter stick, and he said yes. I think he said he had one, but I forgot to ask him if I could borrow it. All right. I hope this made sense in terms of what these words are used to measure. So we've got liquid capacity, meaning how much liquid you can hold in a certain container. Then you've got heaviness, like how heavy something can be, and then length, how long something can be. All righty. Let's solve these story problems. Hannah. Hannah and her mom went shopping for party supplies. They spent $4.95 on paper plates, $3.49 on cups, and $2.89 on napkins. Essential stuff, honestly. So this is good. So I've got paper plates. I'll put P for paper plates. She spent $4.95. I have cups, which are $3.49. Then I have napkins, which are $2.89. Now it says, how much did she spend? We've got to add everything, right? I want to know if this is going to be a lot of money for a party. So if you want, you can pause the video to try to solve it on your own, or you can work it out with me. It's up to you. Just make sure that you do the work. All right, so let's see. 5 plus 9. Okay, I'm going to do 9 plus 5 because I'm going to hold up 5 fingers. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, 14. Now 14 plus 9. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23. 2 plus 9, well, hold up 2 fingers. 9, 10, 11. 11 plus 4, so I'm going to hold up 4 fingers. 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 plus 8. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23. Again, 23. 2 plus 4, 5, 6. 6 plus 3, 7, 8, 9. 9 plus 2, 10, 11. 11. So all in all, it's going to cost Hannah $11.33 just for the basics and the essentials of the party. Because if you're going to have a party, you've got to have the paper plates, the cups, and napkins. Like, how else are you going to serve the food on, right? So $11.33. Now, she is going to give the cashier $20. Now, I know nowadays not a lot of people use cash, especially since we're in the pandemic and, we can't really touch a lot of things. And we usually just use our credit cards. Let's pretend we're in pre-pandemic before this whole thing started, okay? So she's going to give the cashier $20 and she wants to get change. Now, remember when you change something, you take away. Like, for example, when you go home and you change out of your school clothes into your play clothes, right? First of all, you're going to take off your socks, right? So you can put on cleaner socks. So you're going to change your socks. So you would take off your socks. Here, it's taking away. That's what change does. You take away. So I'm going to put $20 right here. And then I'm going to put the amount that was like the amount that she spent. So she's going to spend $11.33. And remember, since we're taking away, it's called subtraction. Okay, you can try this on your own if you want, or you can do it with me. It's up to you. You can pause the video. Okay, so let's see. I've got a lot of zeros. Ooh, so many zeros. So of course, we've got to go to the source, the money, which is a 2. It becomes a 1. Now here he becomes a 10 because he thinks he can keep the money. But remember, he still owes his twin right here. So it becomes a 9, and this becomes a 10. But remember, he owes his twin right here. So this becomes a 9, and this becomes a 10. So let's do 10 take away 3. So I'm going to hold up 3 fingers. You can do that too. And count down by 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 7. And then I've got, it's far away, but it's 9 take away 3 up here. So 9 take away 3. I'm going to hold up 3 fingers again. And I'm going to count down by 9. 9, 9, 8, 7, 6. And then I've got 9 take away 1, which is super easy because all you're doing is like going down one number, 8. And then 1 take away 1 is 0. You don't have to put a 0. But you do need to put the $sign and the decimal point. So Hannah's change is going to be $8.67. That's her change. Let's make that thicker. $8.67. Now you might think, that's not a lot of change. Well, she did spend a lot of money. But she needed to, right? Because, like I said, these are the essentials. All right, join me on page 2. Okay, so you're going to do number 4 on your own. And number 5. Well, number 5, let's think about estimating again, okay? So with number 5, I'm just going to do, I'm not going to do it for you. I'm going to show you how to estimate. So I'm going to circle the 8. Let's use blue. I'm going to circle the 8. And I'm going to say, that's bigger than 5. So I'm going to add 1 to the 9. And that's 10. Well, it's going to be 100. And then here I'm going to circle the 7, right? And I'm going to add 1 to the 2 because it's bigger than 5. And that's 3, so it's 30. Then you add it. Now, I'm not going to add it for you. You're going to add it. Here, be careful because you're subtracting. So here I'm going to look at, for the first part, I'm going to look at the 9. Okay. And I'm sorry, what did I erase that? I'm going to circle it, and I'm going to say it's bigger than 5. So I'm going to add 1. So that's like 300. Then for the the subtrahend right here, I'm going to circle the 2. It's smaller than 5, so I don't need to do anything to the 8. But I do need to subtract. So it's 300, take away 80. Okay. So same thing with C. You're going to circle the 2. It's smaller than 5. So I'm just going to leave the 4 alone. It's 400 times 6. So you've got to do this on your own. I'm going to ask you for the answers for these tomorrow, so make sure you do this. All right, let's look at number 7. Set the clock. Set B for 45 minutes later than clock A. So right here, it is. Now here's the hour hand. So it's almost 4. Okay, it's not 4 yet. It's almost 4. So it's 3 colon, and then here's the minute hand. If you're not sure what the minute hand is, let's count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So it's 3:45. Okay. But we have to see what's going to happen 45 minutes later. Let's say, for example, in 45 minutes you can play Fortnite. You can watch TV. Or you can play Roblox. Like, let's say, like, that's your goal. I'm going to finish my work in 45 minutes. Sometimes I do that. I set a timer for myself. I'm going to finish my work in 30 minutes. And I usually don't because either I get distracted or there's just too much work. So let's say I'm going to finish my homework in 45 minutes. What time is it in 45 minutes? Well, let's find out. So I'm going to start from here. And I'm going to count all the way up to the number 45, right? Start. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Now, the hour hand, you didn't see it, but it slowly moved in between here. So I'm going to draw my, oh, no, it has to be an hour hand. So it has to be smaller. It's like almost touching the 5. If you want, you can, it's like between 5 and 4, okay? And then we stopped at the 6, which is, we said 30. Sorry, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 45, sorry, 45. But what is a 6? It's the 30 mark, right? So it is like that. So in 45 minutes, it's going to be 4:30. So in 45 minutes, you can play your games, or you can watch TV, or you can play outside. All right, now last one for number 8. I'm going to just do like A for you, because I hope you remember drawing lines of symmetry. I don't have a ruler, and you may not also, but just try your best to draw a really straight line. So I'm going to cut the tree in half. Now, I can't cut it in half like this, because it's not even on both sides, all right? I can't cut it in half like this, because it's not even on both sides. I can cut it like this. I'll try my best to cut it like that, so it's even on both sides. Same thing for the happy face. I'm not going to do like this, right? No, it's not even. I'm going to do like this. All right, can you do C and D? D is kind of skinny, huh? Do like that. Then C, like that. All right. If you can do the brain booster, that would be really cool. But your assignments are just so small. I did 5 for you. I kind of did 5 for you. You just have to finish it, and you have to do 4 and 6. So let me show you. Ah, what's that? The answer to the riddle, maybe? I don't know. Maybe. All right. So, seat work time. Let's use green. Oh, that's nice. Seat work time. So, the seat work will be page. Oh, what was this again? 150? 150, right? Because this was page 149. Yeah. Oops, no. So page 150, number 4, 5, and 6. So please do those. And if you know the answer to the riddle that I posed um, in the in the language lesson, you have to tell me, but you have to tell me in chat. You can't say it out loud. All right. Thanks, third graders. See you at our Zoom meeting.